I do a little bit of public speaking, probably more than you want me to, but on my page, the greatest speech I've ever heard was given by my name's Richard Burton, who, if you don't like him with those egos, you probably aren't old enough to remember who that was. He was a famous Welsh actor and he was very eloquent. And he once gave a speech about Frank Sinatra and Sinatra's philanthropy. And it's known as the Mr. Anonymous speech because Sinatra was typically pretty low-key. He was helping people. He did some ballsy things in his time as well, but Richard Burton once had a magnificent speech in which he referred to Sinatra as Mr. Anonymous. The reason I'm going to segue into talking about a person that we're going to call up shortly, that someone who's been around the club now for a good 20 plus years and has done a whole lot of work in the background that the people don't see for the executive and for the club. Having, I guess, moved away to geographically from the club quite a long time ago, he's continued to do the work for us. When Chris Floyd, I think he was making his debut with the club, when we went out and played cricket, and he happened to be behind me in the line as we were shaking hands, and the first bloke that took his hand said, "Will you play?" He said, "Yeah." In the opposition. So even at that point, he was a little bit anonymous. And when we got to the scorebook, and rather than it saying "C Floyd," it said "N Void," and we thought, "Geez, it must have career up." Then got it in for Chris. And from the moment that we Void in the scorebook, I started to call him Nullen. And to this day, he's known as Nullen. But it was a memorable day at Coorong Primary School. But the others were anonymous. Once upon a time, was around the club a whole lot. And he played 138 matches, took 134 wickets at 17.64, and managed a lot of wickets. Made 888 runs at 11.84. He captained grand final teams. Played in the first through to the fifth, all the grades. And I know that subsequently he played superior to Geelong. As I said, he captained some grand finals. I think he endured a couple of grand finals that we lost by a single run, sadly, but did go on to be a two-time premiership player. He was also a notorious celebrator, and it was a regular on the triple waiver in the day. Anyway, go to Nicky and moved to Geelong to raise his family. And I know that they keep him busy these days, but he's continued as the secretary of the Different Cricket Club for I think 13 years now. He's been on the committee for 15. He's still in the results for very great because we're not really up to times and we don't use that apps to put the scores in during the day. And I send him a photo of the score sheet every week, and he usually gets, I think, a couple of guys got the beat because he might have missed a game or two, or people are very bothered for a couple of wickets. But nonetheless, Chris Floyd, you are certainly no longer Mr. Anonymous, as we award you as the 22nd life member of the Derek Meadows Cricket Club. You'll be remembered forevermore as a life member. Come forward, Chris Floyd. In the speech that Richard Burton gives about Mr. Anonymous Frank Sinatra, he says, "Here's to you, Frank," but I say on this occasion, "Here's to you, Nelson." Congratulations, Frank. Thanks, Tom. And yes, sir. Very exciting, we have Chris's brother, who's also a life member, who's going to be that life member's badge on him. Do you remember that game in the rock when they didn't play a good work and then told you Nullen Void? And yes,
I think it's the same game that was the same game that their junior Anthony Northeast just realised he's keeping the game, he's keeping a few games, and I think it was probably halfway through the game, he turned to, I think it was you or me or somebody, and said, just not you bowl, leave it up. He was the same guy. So, yeah, obviously. Well, I've been in the game club a very long time. I came to the club at a stage in my life where things were really rough, and I found home at Tip Meadows and never really left. So, although I did obviously back up and move across to Geelong, very, very big decision at the time, but obviously, it was a valid reason for it. I'm happy over there, and I still always have that tie back to this club and all the fun memories I've had there and the friendships I've had over the years. It's just been an absolute honour, and actually blown away by getting this recognition. So thank you, Goldie, thank you everybody, and thank you to Matters for all the years, and love you. So thank you.